Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to create scenarios for CARLA Simulator using Visual Scenario Editor. The backdrop is CARLA Town 1. We start off by placing the Ego vehicle. To place it, hold down Ctrl and left click on the map. If you click on the Ego vehicle, you can select it, and from that menu you can choose icons to move it around, to rotate it, or to set Ego destination. We start off by having no destination to begin with. Now when we press play, the save window pops up. Let's save the scenario. Hit save. Now the scenario starts, but because we have no destination, we have to drive the vehicle around manually using our keyboard. It literally plays as a game. If you hit stop, the scenario ends. In the next step, let's add Ego vehicle to destination by clicking the button and setting the waypoints. If you click on the road, the waypoints appear and you can build a path. If you select the waypoint, you can see you can modify the speed and give it idle time, so it stops in the waypoint and so forth. You can also modify them and by moving them around. Now let's save again by pressing Ctrl S and let's hit play. As you can see now, Ego vehicle starts to move by itself. Next, let's add NPC vehicles to the scene. For that, let's check the NPC vehicles tab. There is different list of vehicles you can choose from. Let's pick Citroen. Ctrl left click on the map places the vehicle. Now if you select the vehicle, you can see there is auto route destination button here. If you click on it and then click on the map, the waypoints will be built automatically. You can still use the add waypoints button to make custom route. Then let's add pedestrians to the scene as well. Again, there is a list of pedestrians here you can choose from. Ctrl left click places them on the scene, and add waypoint builds the route. Let's make one for the pedestrian. And for example, at this waypoint, let's add pedestrian 3-second delay. So it stops and waits for 3 seconds. Let's save it and use play. Now Ego vehicle starts to move and so do the actors all at the same time. To customize it, we can use triggers. We have a global trigger that we can use by first placing it here, just selecting from the menu, Ctrl left click, and we put it on the scene. Now what global trigger does is none of these actors get activated before our Ego vehicle reaches the global trigger area. Let's save and try find out. Ego vehicle started to move. Pedestrian and NPC up will stop. Start later. Okay. Now in addition to global trigger, we also have a person trigger. For example, let's pick this pedestrian and click add trigger button and place it in front of the Ego vehicle. You can move the triggers around and scale them. For example, let's move global trigger further down the road. Save it and let's try again. Ego vehicle starts to move and pedestrians start to move first. And then NPC vehicle. Now you might ask, why did the Ego vehicle stop? Well, in this map there are also traffic lights, and here's the stop lane. And Ego stopped because there was a red light in the traffic light. Now, to remove the randomness factor, we can set the triggers for traffic lights as well by clicking a trigger button, placing it on the road. Now we have option to add steps to the stop line. For example, at first, when the echo becker reaches this trigger, we force traffic light to be red for 5 seconds and then green for next 15. Now echo becker stops, waits for the traffic light to go green, and then continues its movement. Let's save and play the scenario. It starts to move, activates the pedestrian. Pedestrian moves to the middle of the road where there is a delay. Now echo vehicle waited for the traffic light to go green and continued its journey. Nice, everything works as it was intended. Now the last step is to change the weather. For that, let's click weather button. Weather uses keyframes. At the moment, this shows the percentage of road covered. First keyframe is at the beginning, and the second keyframe is at the very end. At the moment, as you can see, the weather didn't change. But for example, let's add a new keyframe here in the middle of the road, where we make let's have a night time. Right, and then when the weather echo becker reaches its destination, let's have a lot of rain. And let's make everything super wet. And increase wind intensity as well. Now let's save it. And now that the weather will dynamically change throughout the scenario. We start off, it's getting darker and darker and darker. We stop at the red light, pedestrian crossing road, stopping because it has delay, continues its movement. It bumps back to daytime, and there is a lot of rain. Now when the scenario finishes, you have also the results, where you can see how many times you collided and so forth. And that's it.